What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here, and we are back playing Warframe. So, let's go back to the basics. Let's go back early game, and we are going to be fighting Captain Vor. I mean, it doesn't get too much easier than this, unless you're fighting, what's his name, Sergeant Ruck? Was it Sergeant Ruck that was, like, super easy? I don't know. Anyways, we're going after Captain Vor, and I'm sure everyone has done this already. This is just going to be kind of for fun. We talk a little bit about War Within and blah, 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 what's going on with Warframe right now. And it's nothing, I mean, I'm not going to ramble on about what everyone's rambling on. I'm just going to, talk about the basic stuff, kind of how I'm feeling about it at the moment. So, first off, let's just go with talking about the build real quick. So as you can see, I'm Excalibur. Obviously, he's one of the starter frames and someone that you can easily pick. But he is set up with my Pendragon, if I'm pronouncing that right, helmet, as well as the Prisma skin itself, and it's decked out in kind of a dark brownish, like blood red, and like, I don't know, like you would see blood. Blood is very, when blood is like in a big glop or whatever, it looks incredibly dark. But as you get to, like, the thinner blood, it kind of gets nice and bright red. So it's kind of cool, kind of a cool design. I feel like it is a solid. He used to be my PvP frame when PvP first came out, and there was a very select set of weapons. I basically had the Grakata. This is the Prisma Grakata. I believe it was able to be used at the time. The Magnus, as well as the Anku. I think the Anku came out with PvP, I think. And I was kind of excited. I built up an Excalibur, and I designed him for the original PvP. Now I believe at this point every weapon is accessible in PvP, so he's kind of obsolete because of all the other weapons that went in there. But I never changed the theme because I actually think it's pretty fantastic. Instead of being like my PvP or my Prisma Excalibur, he's kind of turned into my Intimidation Excalibur, because you have to admit that this Excalibur looks pretty intimidating. So he's kind of cool. I really like it, really like it, especially with the attachments that are set up on there, and the Arbiter Ciandana, because I mean, it is set to red, but if you guys don't know, the more melee kills you get, it would actually increase the red tint in it for melee kills, and that was pretty cool. But because he is based on like a blood red kind of theme, you don't really see that all that much, and that was intentional, because I like the aesthetic look of him, and I didn't want to put an abstract color in there just so that I could see red after some melee kills. I just wanted the red on there from the get-go. But I have to have the Cephalon fragments here. I'm pretty sure. Wow, really? I mean, I'm almost done, but that's just because we're on Venus, right? This is on Venus. I don't play much on Venus because it's such a low-level planet. But anyways, going after Vor. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I think I do have a video of me attacking Vor, but I never really covered the Vor boss fight. And there's not a whole lot to cover when it comes to his boss fight specifically. Another dead Tenno. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever, Captain Vor. Because it's pretty straightforward. It's a pretty straightforward fight. Now, it's not easy to solo when you first start the game, but very quickly it does become pretty easy to solo. And that's what we're doing here now. I did want to kind of cover what he drops, so we'll do that real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit about the recent notifications in Warframe, and they're pretty exciting. Granted, you don't want to get your hopes up too much, because there's always a possibility that we're gonna have the War Within delayed again. I really hope not, and it seems like they're really on the ball with it, but you never know. You never know. So first off, let's just go with talking about the fact that the 100 Days of Warframe just got dropped by Mashed, I believe, is the channel you can go find it on, but the actual artist goes by a different name, and he actually has his own YouTube channel. But you can see that pretty easily. I wasn't asked to participate in that. A lot of the big YouTube content creators have been notified of its release, and all have made videos on it, so feel free to check those out. I don't want to just cram information down your throat that you've probably heard a couple times already. So yeah, so the 100 Days of Warframe is out. I haven't seen it yet, and I'm really eager to see it. I'm probably going to watch it shortly after recording this. I may be doing, actually, I might be doing a couple assassination missions in a row. So so just because you see me wearing the same thing doing these assassination missions, just know that they were all done on the same day, and I'll be doing a separate video on the 100 Days of Warframe probably shortly after you guys see this video. So we're about to go in for Vor, but I did want to mention lastly is we've got another small trailer for the War Within, and it is it includes some cool footage of I don't know if they're all streamers or YouTubers or just kind of some random maybe content creators to some degree of Warframe, but they included this cool video of some what I believe are content creators doing kind of a sneak peek to the War Within, and you actually get to see their Warframes and whatnot. And I thought that was a pretty cool touch on a trailer, is to include the community. Now, obviously, it would have been awesome if I got featured in the 100 Days of Warframe or that video specifically, or the trailer that I'm talking about. But I'm such a small channel that I don't expect that to ever happen. But you know, obviously there are people. There's a lot of Warframe YouTubers out there, so I'm not. It's not, you know, it's not like I even was in the runnings for being able to get into those videos. But it's really cool. It's really cool to see the attention that DE is giving to creators. So that was kind of cool. But let's get in here. Let's get the Vor fight underway. Alright, so here he is. We have been locked out. I'm going to town with my Prisma Gricata at the moment. I'm going to take out some of these other enemies quick with the Magnus, just to kind of switch things up for you guys so it's not super stale. Let's get some kills. Vor, I'm sure, is going to be right around the corner on his way to come fight me. Alright, take you. Come on. That recoil. There he is. Alright, so he's down here. Go with a slash dash real quick. Do a little bit of Anku damage. And roll around. I want to kind of make this interesting, which is why I brought in a relatively low-leveled Excalibur. I don't want to just run in here and just destroy him with my Nova Prime or something. So we're in here going to town doing this with this beautiful Excalibur. But anyways, I do want to mention, for anyone who doesn't know, the benefits of completing this assassination for any newer Warframe players is, first off, he can drop the blueprints for the Cronus, which is a new sword, which is a alternative for the Skana. It's the one that he is using, as you can see right there. As well as he could drop a blueprint. Let me see. Seer, blueprint, and components, which is a pistol that he has in his other hand. those are all basically, you know, low-level, well, not even mediocre, some beginner-level weapons that you can get if you want. That'll help you get your mastery rank up for any new players that don't have those weapons. So, on top of that, he has a very good chance of dropping Quick Draw, Slip Magazine, and Vitality, which are common mods, which you probably already have at this point if you've done a decent number of missions. And those are all common, like I said. He also has a chance of dropping a Gunslinger or a Heated Charge, which I believe are uncommon mods. Gunslinger is fairly good, which is something you could get, but it does drop on a lot of other bosses, I believe, and maybe some other enemies. So, you know, that's not really something you need to stick around and farm him for. And then lastly is he has a 2.5% chance of dropping Intensify, at least at the time of filming this video. And Intensify is going to increase your power strength, and that's actually a pretty good mod, but the chances of him dropping it are pretty low. So you'll probably come across it later on in Warframe. And it's not necessarily necessary to get at this point in time. So there we go. I got a Heated Charge out of that, which is just an uncommon mod, which is alright. But, you know, I don't need it personally. But it's a decent drop that you could have gotten from him if you are a new player. So, I don't know if we got a... I think it'll let us know at the very end if we got a blueprint, but that is... we'll find that out in just a minute. I remember back when Vor was basically just a Flame Blade type enemy, and some of you guys probably already know what a Flame Blade is. He's more of like a advanced Butcher in the game, or an advanced Scorpion. They're kind of like a mix between the Butcher and the Scorpion. But that was way back when I was a noob at Warframe. But anywho, let's get through the rest of this mission. I hope you guys did enjoy this awesome Excalibur. All of these weapons are, well, the Prisma Crocata is pretty good, but the rest of the weapons are kind of low to mid-tier weapons, which any of you new players that might be watching this can get with not too much effort. But anyways, feel free for any newer players to ask me some questions, let me know some stuff. I'll do my best to help you out. Or jump on the wiki page at wikia.warframe.com, and there's a lot of things you can learn from there. It is not always 100% accurate, but people do their best to kind of keep that updated. That's where I get a lot of my knowledge from, a little bit at the forums and whatnot. But I do like to play with some of the subscribers and stuff, so if any of you guys are checking this out, feel free to drop me a message or whatnot in-game or friend request. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for some other content and my daily Warframe videos. And until next time, guys, blah! And we did get that Seer pistol receiver. Get 'em. I should have used my pox. Should have used my pox when they were grouped up over there. Alright, they're all dead. Yeah, walk through there, I dare ya. What a goof. What a goof. Yeah, you run. You run.